Hello, welcome to Real Estate Wholesaling. My name is Emmanuel Capello. I'll be taking you through Real Estate Wholesaling Mentorship Program. Uh, as I said, my name is Manuel Capello, based in Nairobi, Kenya. This is just one of the presentation for one of my students, Ahmad Jafal, who is in Chicago, Illinois. So I'll be brief. I'll not take most of your time. So basically, there are four parts. I'll be covering four parts majorly, which is foundations of wholesaling, and basically under the foundations of wholesaling, we need to. The goal is to build a deep understanding of real estate wholesaling, to understand the concepts, the laws, and the mindset. So the under topics we'll be covering what wholesaling is and what is not. To define be defining everything from flipping, brokerage, and basically the model involves buying and selling paper, not houses. With buying and selling paper, not houses. Your selling process overview. By step is finding deals, getting under contract with the seller, assigning contract to the buyer, then closing with the closing title company. So these are timelines of a typical wholesale deal, right? I'll be very brief. The third part is under mindset and legal framework. So we need to have the investor mindset, which involves persistence, negotiation, and ethics. So we need to check all the boxes. For persistence, definitely, like, you have to persist. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. There's a lot of setbacks, but you need to wear a really tough skin. Don't be don't be the type of person who gives up easily. You need to be persistent, keep following up with the seller. Sometimes they'll ghost you, but if you have a very good if you develop a system very well, you will not have a lot of issues. So the key is persistence. Negotiate in negotiations. You need to negotiate very well to get the best deal to have, whereby when you send it to a buyer, you're supposed to be excited. I need to be ethical too. And in terms of being ethical, so you need to understand the selling laws, which involves disclosure. You must disclose that you're a wholesaler. You'll be assigning the contract. You're selling the contract. About licensing, typically in real estate, realtors needs license. As a wholesaler, we basically don't need license, but there are some states which they have some restrictions to wholesaling, but wholesaling is basically legal in all states. So anyone who says otherwise is capping. So it's nothing like that. And assignment legality. So under consent under contract assignment, so the legality of assigning contract. But the good thing, you'll be working with a closing attorney or a title company. About the market fundamentals, the main things under market fundamentals is related to basics, which will majorly be talking about ARV, what ARV is, what are the repair costs, what is the equity, what are the comps, which in this sense, these are the comparables. I'll not be covering so much on the topic today, but I'll create a separate video where I'll be uh, describing the keywords, what the keywords are, right? So you need to understand motivated sellers and cash buyers. That is very important, right? So the local market analysis, you have to understand how to pick the right area for wholesaling. You really need to. I have my strategy. Basically, I am not physically in the US, so I do everything virtually. So that's it. And about the outcome, so you'll fully understand how selling works, what's legal, and where profits do come from. Right. That is the outcome for part one. Part two is about finding and negotiating deals. Finding and negotiating deals. Yeah, so our goal here is to learn how to identify motivated sellers, analyze deals, and secure contracts. That's our goal. Topics will be covering mostly is finding a motivated seller, and there are many ways to finding a motivated seller. We can find them on market, we can find them off market. So you have to choose your market correctly, the right way. Uh, there are creative lead sources. For example, as a local, we live most of you will be watching this are in the US. So there's what you call driving for dollars. This is basically driving around your neighborhood, trying to find the best or selling deal. Of course, we have Facebook Marketplace, which you obviously like about 99 point something percent of people have Facebook accounts. So you might find it your Facebook Marketplace. We have Craigslist. We have probate list. We have tax delinquent properties, right? So these are a mixture of public list from creative lead sources also. So you need to build a consistent lead generation system. So you'll choose. There are free ways, there are premium ways, the public sources. Yeah, there are many ways. So you have the monopoly of decisions right there in this scenario. So still under finding and negotiating deals, we'll be covering marketing and outreach. Marketing, actually outreach majorly is called calling, texting or text blasting, and direct mail scripts. You'll be sending direct mails to these guys. So one of the marketing how to reach out to these people is via social media strategies like Facebook, which is so uh, which is like everyone is on Facebook. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have groups. So it's up to you. So there are many online tools that you can use to manage your like customer relations management for tracking your leads. There are free ways, there are premium ways. Like you don't have to go premium. You can use a spreadsheet. You can use spreadsheet. You don't need to do a lot of work by the way. So under deal analysis, we'll be calculating the ARV. And in this case, for now you understand, ARV stands for after repair value. After repair value, that's ARV. That's what the property worth after repairs and everything. So we also have to cover about estimating the repair cost, setting your maximum allowable offer, which is the MAO. In this sense, it means the maximum you can offer for a property. This is the maximum you can offer for a property with the seller, of course. Then will be under negotiation and contracts. So there is seller psychology, how to build trust fast, right? We have also have the closing deals over the phone, which I do all the time. We have contracts templates, which is the purchase and sale agreement and assignment agreement, which is so easy to you can draft your own or you can use the one I'll be providing. But I want you to verify with with your attorney. I want you to verify before taking it. Yeah, this is just a disclaimer. I'm not. I don't have a legal background. Yeah, yeah. So the outcome for part two will be expecting that you'll be able to find deals, analyze them accurately, and confidently lock properties under contract. This is basically signing the purchase and sale agreement with the seller. Hmm. So part three will be building your buyers list and assigning deals. And in the beginning, is maybe not. It may not be very important. Like anyway, it is important because this is everything you need to do. But maybe you may want to work with me for that one because I have buyers all over the country, countrywide. So basically, we'll be building the buyers list and assigning deals. So the goal is to learn how to find cash buyers and sell your deals quickly for profit. Sorry, quickly. Hmm, Your own part. Yes. Part three is finding cash buyers that sell your deals quickly for profit. Topic, of course, will be the first one will be handling about finding cash buyers. So you may wonder where to find cash buyers. Of course, in the auction sites, in investor meetups, Facebook groups, county records. You also need to vet serious versus fake buyers. You need to build relationships, right? So how to present deals in terms of relationship building, you need to learn how to present deals professionally, email and text templates for sharing deals, building long-term trust with repeat buyers. That is very, very, very important. So about the third part is assigning the contract, how to structure an assignment deal. Uh, collecting assignment fees legally and securely, also double closing was assignment. There's double close and assignment. We'll be covering it in depth in the upcoming chapters, parts. So when to use and which one to use between double closing and assigning. For closing process, you need to work with title companies or closing attorneys. One of the states that works with attorneys, which are not title states, is Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina. You know for sure they work with closing attorneys, but not title companies. So you need to ha- handle issues that pop up before closing. You need to be able to do that. Also about payments, which is the whole point, how to receive your assignment fee. Right. So by the end of part two, part three, basically you'll have a reliable system for selling contracts and turning deals into real income, which is what this is all about. Then part four on scaling and automation, we'll cover in depth. Of course, is building a sustainable automated wholesaling business. So we'll be handling about systemizing your business, uh, market automation, um, branding and networking, very, very important, and also scaling beyond wholesaling. So, which is very important. I think I don't know about you, but my my game plan was to, my initial game plan is to get into wholesaling, then finally transitioning into flipping houses, maybe rentals or creative financing, right? So basically becoming an investor this point. So you need to build long-term wealth from your selling profits. That is beyond wholesaling, beyond wholesaling. So the outcome is you'll operate like a business owner, not just a hustler. So with systems in place, you'll have a predictable income, right? So I think in terms of materials, like I'll provide you with purchase and sale agreement, seller and buyer scripts, uh, lead tracking system, of course, market, market, like all this will be covering. So I guess, you are able to grasp something about real estate wholesaling. Uh, yeah. So my name, as I said, is Emmanuel Capello. I'm based in Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi, Kenya. So that's what will be covering majorly in this thing. Welcome, welcome, and so good to see you here. Thank you.